Hi Flosstube, it's Kim with Kim J Inspired, back for another week of cross stitch fun. I think this is number 31. I know we're in the 30s because I was going to say something clever about when we hit number 30, and I think it was last week and I didn't. I was going to say something like, oh, it was my age or something. But anyway, this is a channel about cross stitch. If you have been watching for a long time, thank you so much. You guys know I'm just a little out there and I just like to have a lot of fun. And I hope that you guys have fun too. If you are new here, welcome, welcome, welcome. We've had a lot of new subscribers, a lot of new people commenting. Thank you guys so much. I love talking to you about stitching. It's my favorite thing. And so it's fun for me. Guys, it's been a tough week. I know a lot of people who don't cross stitch watch this, and I haven't really said much about things on social media, so I'll just do a really quick life update. I don't like to do too much of this because I like to get right into the stitching, and I have some fun things to show today. So this week, found out that one of the medicines I need for my diabetes had gone up about $300 or more. Very distressing. So we were going crazy all week trying to figure out what to do. We've opted for a different way of treating my diabetes, which is working it's just wonderful. My blood sugars are better than they've ever been since I was first diagnosed. It's been kind of amazing, and I'm spending less money, so good for that. Let's hope I stay out of the Little Debbies and the M&Ms. Little Debbie doesn't like me. I don't know, she and I have never really gotten along. I really like her, but she does a lot of bad things to my body when I eat a Little Debbie cake. And she makes great cakes, by the way. So anyway, so that happened, and then I got sick. And I don't know why. We figure it was just something I ate. And I really didn't let on to anybody how bad off I felt. But Steve, who was sitting right there, knows me pretty well, and he pretty much came into the room because I was kind of like, I stayed in bed a lot. I did work yesterday, but then I kind of just went straight to bed. And he said, you know, you're going to the doctor tomorrow if you're not better. But luckily by last night, I was better and I feel great today. Actually, this morning, I was putting some final stitches in a project that I'm going to show you later, and I decided to play some 80s music while I was stitching. Guys, I'm a child of the 80s. I turned 13 in 1980, so all my teenage years and all of my high school and college years were in the 80s. I graduated from college in 1990, so just a little bit in the 90s. So yes, I'm definitely a big 80s fan. And they started playing songs, and Steve was still asleep. He doesn't even know this. I was dancing around the room, so I'm definitely feeling better. They played I Feel For You by Chaka Khan, which brought back, of course, a great memory, kind of when I was on a trip in high school, and we had a dance. And I was just being fun and flirtatious and crazy. And there was a guy in a Domino's Pizza bear outfit. I don't know why Domino's Pizza used to have a bear that promoted them, but there was back in the 80s. And I don't know, I somehow ended up handcuffed to him. So luckily the event was it was trying to encourage teenagers to drive safely and don't drink and drive. It was called Arrive Alive was the name of the event. So the place was full of state patrolmen and police officers, but we didn't know who had the key. So we were handcuffed an hour or so together. Then we had to go outside. He took off his little bear costume as the little mask part of it. He was not attractive. It was kind of like, I am handcuffed to this guy. I am. And the whole time, the chaperone who came with us, and I think a lot of people who went with us were wondering where the heck I was. Yeah, I was handcuffed to a Domino's Pizza bear. So there's a funny story about me today. I think I've told Steve that story. I'm looking at his reaction. He knows most of my stories. We've known each other a long time. We've been married almost 8 years. Our anniversary is in April, guys. So is my birthday. Woohoo! So anyway, so I'm feeling much better now, and I'm just so thankful for that but when I first woke up, I was like, oh no, am I going to be sick again? Am I going to feel bad? And yay, we're shooting this a little bit later today. It's about 12:15, and I feel great. And as I said, I was dancing around the room this morning. Guys, I had a great stitching week. I just regret that I didn't get all the things I wanted to get done yesterday because I felt terrible. One way to know I'm sick is if I'm cold, because I'm always hot. It is 41 degrees outside and cloudy. I have the air on right now because I don't want to sweat during the floss tube, because that happens to me because of my age and just for different reasons. So anyway, I'm very excited. I have a full finish, yay. And I love this. This is probably one of my favorite fully finished items I've ever done. This is the February Sampler of the Month by, why can I not think about it? CCN, Country Cottage Needleworks. Wow, that was a menopause brain fog right there. So yeah, Country Cottage Needleworks Sampler of the Month. I finished it and I put it in this cute little frame. I found this frame for 99 cents at Goodwill. Is that not awesome? And because I love little gingham bows, I had to put a little pink gingham bow at the top. So fully finished. I will be my March one is coming in from Needle Art on Charts. Maria, I got the notification that Maria is sending that this week. She's also sending all the floss that I need, thank goodness. And so I will be working on the March one. And as you guys know, I finished January, but I did not fully finish it, but I'll probably do that soon. But yeah, I'm so proud of this and so excited. It's hanging up on our wall over there, and I'm just very happy with it. It was on Instagram too. I also posted it on Instagram. All right, so my haul is kind of mixed in with what I did, but I do have a tiny bit of haul today. I think just one thing that wasn't already mixed in. So last week we shot on Saturday, and I was telling you I was expecting to get some fabric in for a restart for One Nation from 123 Stitch. I received the notification that it was being shipped on Thursday, and it came Saturday afternoon. So I have started One Nation. Guys, I'll show you the cover photo. You guys are probably very familiar with this. A lot of people have stitched this. This lists the states and the order that they were admitted to the union. I love this. So I was doing it on some 18 count oatmeal. The whites weren't showing up very well, and I just started to do a restart. My best friend Kathy, she is also doing this, and she also restarted hers kind of for the same reason. And hopefully I may see if she'll let me share some of her progress on my Instagram feed this week. I'm trying to get better about posting on Instagram, but I do forget sometimes. So I restarted, I think I restarted on Thursday. Yeah, this was Thursday. And this is as far as I have. I did get all the blue top done, and I've started the word Delaware. And this is on 18 count vintage country mocha. The called for fabric is ale. I think if I picture this plus, and I think it's either 28 or 32 count. I've just been stitching on linen and even weave for about 1.5 years. And I didn't want to, this is probably the biggest thing I'm ever going to complete, or I ever have. So I didn't want to use that. I decided to go with some 18 count Ada, which I do love, and vintage country mocha. I mean, I do say that word a lot. You can't go wrong with it. It's just a beautiful color. I have not decided if I'm going to do the stars and the lettering in white or ecru, because I bought a ton of that from DMC. But I also have some antique lace and stash that I found that is the called for. It's Classic Colorworks antique lace. And I may try that, and if I just love that, I may order some antique lace. So we're back on this. My original goal, if you remember, was to try to finish it by the end of the year and do 1 star and 1 state a week. I don't know if that's going to happen yet. So I'm now thinking if I could just get it done by my birthday of next year and work on it once a week, I would be happy. Now I'm going to try to catch up. I don't know if I'll get that done. I may try to catch up and see if I can, get back to where I was when on the old start. I am using the called for Cupid and the called for Blacksmith Blue. I just haven't made the decision about the other color. I have a finish, and maybe I should have shown that to you first. I don't know. I'm just going in the order that I put the bags down here. So I have a finish, another finish. This is just a finish and not a fully finished. And this pattern has just dogged me for months, and I'm glad it's over. It's got some mistakes in it, but I am done with it. I love my husband, and if it wasn't for the fact that I love him so much, I would have thrown this project away in the trash, just to be honest with you. This is the Air Force project that I did. This was a kit. Now, I should have changed out the fabric. I used the fabric that it came with. It was some 14 count Ada. There is nothing wrong with Ada. I am just not a big fan of stitching some projects on Ada at all, and I used the flosses that were with it, and they weren't really great flosses. So I finished it. That's what I was doing this morning when I was dancing around. It is finished. It is not perfect. I did not do a lot of the back stitching. Can you see that? Yeah. I did not do a lot of the back stitching. I actually did some straight stitching on the plain, which is supposed to be the back stitching. You might could tell that, but it looks fine. And we're going to put this in a frame. and I'm just happy to get it done. I am saving the pattern because I may go back and just stitch this for him, which is this the Air Force emblem, the seal? I don't know what that is over there. This thing right here. What is that called?
It's one of the seals of there.
It's like a seal.
One of the emblems of the Air
Emblems of the Air Force. I may go back and just stitch that for him one day, something separate. But this is done. Can I just, that's why I was doing happy dances and why I will continue to do happy dances. So we're going to be looking for a frame for that. I have some good leads on some frames and some ideas, and so, but I want him to choose what he wants to do. Okay, so guys, I started something new this week because I just had to. I mean, I didn't have to. I just wanted to. And it's actually in the same bag. And please, Lord, don't let me have left that. So if you guys have been watching Fat Quarter Shop, they have put out a pattern that is celebrating Black History Month. And the proceeds from this pattern, they go to, I think it's the United Negro College Fund. Anyway, it is for charity. So the proceeds of this pattern, and it's called Stronger Together. And again, celebrating Black History Month. I'm going to try to get that where it doesn't glare. And it's gorgeous. I am just doing this pattern, the one that says Stronger Together. I am only doing that one right now. I don't know if I'll do the quilted pattern anytime soon. I do think that this one is going to be a quick stitch. And my plan is to try to get this done in February as a celebration of Black History Month. We always celebrated Black History in high school, had so many great programs. And so I wanted to do my part to celebrate it with my stitching. So I am stitching this. I'm going to show you. My flosses are always a mess, guys. If I ever go to another retreat again, that's going to be fun. So I just picked a whole bunch of crazy flosses here. So the white that I'm using is actually, I'm used a flower silk kind of beige that I got from Stitchy Box. I don't know if you can see that. And I love it. And I'm using Wavy Blue from Classic Colorworks and Little Pink Peony from Classic Colorworks. Might help if I do this out a little bit. There. You can see it gonna, again, this is a mess. And then I am using some Color and Cotton Petal for the two pinks. So these are like the colors I'm choosing. Again, they're kind of in a mess right now. So I did get a small start on it on Wednesday night. I'm stitching this. The call for fabric is a 14 count fabric flare blue, but I am actually stitching mine on a 28 count barely blue Joblin fabric that I bought off Stash and Load a while back. And this is where I am. That color shows up better in person, I promise. So I'm really enjoying this stitch. It's a lot of fun. So that is all the things that I stitched. I had planned on getting a lot of other things done yesterday, but I was sick and I had a lot of time to stitch. I was so excited because I was getting off work at like 12:30 and I was going to stitch like all day. Well, that didn't happen. So I will be getting in a lot of stitching this week. My plans for this week, I am going to be stitching on, I want to work all day on One Nation. So that's my plan for today. My son Lee, you got to see, I love my son, guys. If you don't, he is my heart. I'm so blessed. I was so happy that he just said hello. He kind of didn't want to do that last week, but he did. But he is going to be here tomorrow to spend part of the day with us. And when he's here, you guys know I always stitch on his project, which right now is the LaCroix can. And he's really excited to see that done. If you guys have been watching a long time, you will remember I did some color block, a little color block pattern for his room. We had that framed, and he told me last week, he said, yeah, the other thing you stitched for me is getting lonely. We need something else on my wall. So that just touched my heart. I'm just going to cry. I just love him so much. I'm very lucky with my guys. My husband is so supportive of what I do. I am working on a couple of projects for him. Now that I finished the Air Force one that I hated, I have a couple of cool projects, and I may get one of them started or work. I may show some of it next week. It depends. Next week, guys, is Valentine's Day. I'm just not doing any Valentine's Day stitching much. I'm not feeling it. You know, I'm just not. My husband, I think, a couple of years ago, we went to Cracker Barrel for Valentine's Day. We do things for, I think one of the things are we do things for each other all the time. He takes really good care of me. I don't know if you guys know, he cooks my meals. He's a pretty good cook too. So, I mean, we kind of try to do things for each other all the time. I will say I got the better end of this deal in a lot of ways. but because the fact that he takes such good care of me, I can do the things that I do. One other thing, guys, that I wanted to show you, I've been stitching, it'll be 25 years in October. My best friend taught me how to stitch, and I don't know how much I've told you about how I came to stitch. I think I told this in this story in my very first video, but I tried to cross stitch in the early 90s because I really wanted to, because I thought it was cool, and I bought a kit, and I couldn't figure out how to get all that floss through the little needle because I didn't know you separated the strands, and the kit didn't say separate the strands. Well, it did, but I thought that, I didn't know it was 6 strands. I didn't know. I got very frustrated and I didn't try again. And a couple of years later, my best friend, she used to create cross-stitch designs from photographs, and she was doing a sale at our county fair, which I missed the county fair this year. I really did. And I was just going to hang out with her after work, and she was stitching. I said, I wish I could do that. She goes, you can. And she taught me how, and it was easy. I'm not a perfect stitcher. I don't like showing my back sometimes. But anyway, so after she taught me how to stitch, sorry, zip here, she gave me a ton. I actually had that one already unzipped. No, I didn't. She gave me a ton of her magazines. This one is from October of 1996. Is this not cute? This is a Just Cross Stitch from way back then. Now, I lost the original magazine and had to reorder this. So the reason that I wanted this magazine again is because I just thought, is this not gorgeous? This is called Noble Buck. And this is, like I said, this is an old. Well, I had started this. Now, back in the day, I wouldn't have dared to start on any kind of fabric that wasn't Aida because I just didn't feel confident in doing that. So I started this Noble Buck picture. It is designed by Sally Ferris. I don't know who she is, if somebody knows her. And I started it on some green Aida that I had in stash. Well, I lost the book, and I had the pattern, and I thought, you know, I really want to finish that one day. I really want to finish that one day. And so I found the book on Stash Unload, and then I couldn't find my start. I just couldn't win. Well, this morning, for some reason, I was looking in my closet because I thought I had a frame for Steve's Air Force cross stitch. And I looked in a bag, and lo and behold, here is my start on Noble Buck. But I'm realizing that I'm showing it to you the wrong way. Or am I? Yeah, this is the right way. I love this dark green Aida fabric. So, but I'm realizing now that I started too far over, and I really need to probably rip that up. Also, I realize this pattern has probably more back stitching in it than I want. But you know what, guys? I think I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to restart this at some point. I think I know somebody who might like to have that picture, and I think I'm going to give it to him. I do have this green fabric, which I just don't like as much. This is more of a forest green. You can see the difference here. Robin, there are birds on the field out there. There are a lot of grackles out there right now. So we're having a lot of birds around here, and I love it. I'm going to start a bird wall too. I'm going to steal Robin at Bird's Eye Stitches idea for having a bird wall, and I'll probably have a start that I'll show you soon. There are tons of birds out there. I mean, Steve, you need to go out the door and look at that. That's insane. That happens every once in a while. Some people call them cackles, or they're really grackles. I looked them up because I do. They are so incredibly gorgeous. They have this blue that when the sun shines on them, they have some blue. And man, I think there are like 1,000 of them. They're pretty much covering our little courtyard out there. I just want to go take a picture, but I'm not. Guys, we had some gorgeous sunrises and sunsets around here. I put one of the pictures, I put them both on my personal Facebook page, and then I put one of the pictures on our Southern Places and Faces Instagram, I think, of the sunrise. Just amazing, amazing, amazing pictures. So guys, I've talked and talked and talked. I do have one little bit of haul. Just Stitching out of Strongsville, Ohio. They had a fabric sale. And I got some, and this is going to lead into the giveaway because I'm going to talk a little bit about it. I bought some 28 count Joblin because I've been wanting to, and so this is really pretty fabric. I really want to try to do one of the just cross stitch pictures on some Joblin. And this is a good 28 count piece. It is, I got a 15 by 19 size piece. And as I said, it was a good price. Guys, I'm sorry, these birds are like incredible. Please land on our car because I want to see your pretty colors. Oh, well, it's just wild. I feel like I'm in that. Guys, if I know some of you may be too young to remember, there was a movie called The Birds. It's almost like I feel like I'm in that movie. Steve, you need to really look at this. I'm serious. You need to get up and look at this. They are everywhere. Seriously. You need to, okay, they're all leaving now. He moves and they're all leaving. Oh my goodness, this is amazing. All right, guys, sorry about that. Okay, are they coming back? I can't tell what, I don't know if you can hear them. They're very, very loud. So, guys, let's talk first. Let's get to giveaways. Let's talk a little bit. Last week, we said we're going to give away, I'm sorry. Let me get my mind off all the birds on the lawn. We are giving away this wonderful spring string chart by Lizzie Kate that I really wanted to stitch, but you know what? I am not going to let this sit in my stash for 2 years before I start it. Somebody needs to stitch this. So guys, this is what we'll be drawing for today. I showed you guys some black Jobelan fabric. Guys, I have a ton of 14 count black in my stash. I don't know why. And most of it is unopened. I double checked this. Sometimes I do have a bad habit of opening up fabric and then thinking it's a brand new piece, but this is sealed. And I'm not gonna. So this week, I love to help you guys enhance your stash, whether it's through gift cards or charts, or we do a bag giveaway, and then of course we do the gift card, which we'll do the giveaway for the gift card next week from Needle and Arm Charts, because Maria is like awesome. Guys, you know I just love her so much. The birds are gone, by the way, so hopefully I can concentrate. So I'm going to give away. I know that most people will stitch on Ada, but a lot of people sometimes stitching on higher counts, they just don't like doing it. And I was the same way till about 1.5 years ago. I wouldn't stitch on anything but Ada because honestly I thought I couldn't, but I can. And now I love stitching on that. But guys, I am going to give away, this is, I don't even know how to say it, Weichel, this is some 14 count black Ada. This is a pretty good sized piece. It's 18 by 24. It's the chalkboard black. This is what Priscilla and Chelsea at Stitching on the Housewives, they chart a lot of their projects on this. So, guys, this is what we're going to do. Give away. I'm trying to get it back together. Those birds just threw me. They really did. Anyway, this is what we're going to give away this week. And like I said, if you're doing a lot of the Stitching with the Housewives projects, this is a lot of times what they call for, but it is a fun color. I have several things I've started on that color. And I love it, but I have a ton of it in stash. So hey guys, we're gonna give this away this week. So guys, what I want to talk to you about this week, what I want to hear about in your comments. The worst part of stitching Steve's Air Force was a lot of back stitching, and I left out a lot of it, to be honest with you. But the plane, you had to back stitch the outline of the plane. It looked good, but I hated doing it, and I had some mistakes in it. I hate back stitching, guys. I hate it, and I will try to avoid projects with back stitching as much as possible, but sometimes you just can't help it. So I want to know, do you guys like back stitching, or do you hate it? Do you avoid projects with it? Because I do that sometimes. I better see if this project from Lizzie Kate has back stitching in it. Oh, it does not have back stitching. So yay, guys, you're gonna have this beautiful spring string with no back stitching. So yay. Guys, I want to tell you something. The design is 11. It's going to be an odd thing to frame, because if you're going to do a frame, because it's 11 and 3/4 across and 1 1/4 high, but it's cute as can be. Cute as can be. So, tell me in the comments to be entered to win this. Talk to me about back stitching. Tell me if you like it, because I would rather do anything but back stitch. All right, guys. Enough chatting. It's been a fun video. I've had a good time doing this, even though I've been totally distracted. Those birds were something to see. I wish I could have found a way to take a picture. Steve could have taken a picture. All right, guys, let's draw for this Lizzie Kate chart. Come on over, Steve. It's time for Steve. And he has on his Adairsville Tigers hat. I'm going to move up a little closer to you so that you guys can see him. He's got all the drawing things over there. All right. Say hello, Steve.
Hello.
Do you have anything to say? He's always quiet when he comes on here. He talks a lot. We talk a lot. But when he gets on the video, you're quiet. Really? Yeah, this is funny. He's proving my point.
I didn't get the cue when I was supposed to talk.
Love him. Guys, we gotta love him. He's hilarious. And he's so supportive of me. He never complains when I spend money. And I knew he was a keeper. I don't know if you even remember this. When we first started dating, he took me to, we live near Metro Atlanta. He took me to Metro Atlanta, and they had a couple of cross-stitch stores then, and he took me around, and he just let me go into the cross-stitch stores, and Joann's, and Michael's, and Hobby Lobby. Do you remember doing that? And then he took me to eat at P.F. Chang's. Do you even remember doing that?
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, so that was how I kind of knew he was a keeper. He's very much an enabler. So, all right, let's do the drawing because I don't think Steve's got much to say. Let's do this drawing. We're drawing for this wonderful Lizzie Kate chart. And let's see who we have. And he does this. This is his job. He always does these very, very tight. Michelle and Charles Fisher. Okay, Michelle, this is your YouTube name, so just please send me, all of my information is linked down below. You can contact me on Instagram, or you can contact me in my email. Let me know. I will get this in the mail. The mail is slow. When I mail charts, I just mail them regular mail. I know I mailed one to Margaret. Gosh, Margaret, I don't know how long, but that took a while to get to you. I was getting worried. In fact, she sent me a note saying she had received it, and I was about ready to like send out somebody to look for it because I didn't think she had received it. So, Michelle, let me know and give me all your information so I can get this in the mail to you this week. I really appreciate you guys watching. Don't forget, if you want some of this black fabric, like I said, this is perfect for stitching with the housewives patterns. Just talk to me a little bit about your back stitching because Lord knows I don't like it. Well, Steve, do you have anything else to say?
No, not really.
Tomorrow is Super Bowl. Yay. We're going to spend some
Oh,
time
yeah.
with my son and hang out with him. And then we're going to shovel him off back home. She's like, bye, bye, so that we can watch Super Bowl. My sister lives in Kansas City, so I'm kind of obligated to cheer for the Chiefs. So, go Chiefs. All right, guys.
Go Bucks.
Oh, you cheering for the Bucks?
Yeah.
I don't like Tom Brady. I'm sorry, Tom. If you watch this, I know you're probably
Come on.
never going to watch this. I'm not a Tom Brady fan. So
43 years old. What can you say?
Well, I know, but you know, Patrick Mahomes, he's unstoppable. He's amazing. So, anyway, also if you comment today, let me know. I would be curious to know if you're watching the Super Bowl and who you're cheering for. So, guys, I got to close this out or I will ramble on for another 5 minutes. So, thank you guys for watching. Have a great stitching week. I look forward to talking to you again next week. Have a great Saturday. Bye-bye.